Hey guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Monday. I hope you're having a lovely day. This is an apartment renovation in Evergreen Harbor. This is not what my plan was initially. I actually jumped into this world to build I don't really know what the lot type would have been. It was probably going to be a bar, but it was going to be like a hangout space where what's it called? I don't know, the train depot. It's the bar lot in this world, but I wasn't going to keep it as a bar. I was just going to build there. And I did start something, but I didn't. The exterior, like the landscaping and stuff, was kind of hard to figure out. So I'm still working on that. That's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of when is it going to happen. And I kind of put that on hold because I was running out of time because it was Sunday at this point. And in order to have a video for Monday, I have to do the voiceover between Tuesday and Thursday. And you don't want to know my whole schedule. So I won't give you too many details, but basically it was Sunday night because I had used Saturday to kayak. I went kayaking with friends. I was gone the whole day, and so this was my really one full day to really sit down and nail something concrete. So I thought, okay, well, we'll put the bar on hold. We'll go into an apartment. We'll do an apartment renovation using only Eco Lifestyle and the Werewolves pack, and we'll show that they're really similar. And then I realized that that was not my burden of proof. I did not need to prove that those packs are that similar. You guys can see it for yourself, or you could disagree, which is also perfectly fine. I didn't like the industrial vibe. Now, I like doing an industrial build. I don't like industrial apartments. I don't think they work because you can't change the assets like the windows and the door, the front door. And these windows are modern and that door is traditional, and it bothers me to no end because I don't think they go together. I also think some of the windows are way too low, but what can you do? I mean, I could have used tool mod, but then that doesn't translate to the gallery, so that felt kind of silly. Anyway, that was a really rambly way of saying I started a bigger build, ended up in an apartment, and the apartment completely took a different shape than what I was thinking. But I really like this because I love the color palette. Green and this corally orange, pink, whatever color this is a really nice color combination. It's not my favorite, but I think it's definitely an underrated one. And I liked it enough that I stayed here. Now, I don't have a storyline or anything like that for this apartment. I have no idea what kind of sim lives here. I am imagining it's just a single sim. Of course, you could change that. There's definitely room to grow. There's technically 2 rooms that could be a bedroom. The second one is an office, but you could change the door, kind of move some of that office stuff into the living room because there's plenty of space, and change that second room to a bedroom if you have a small family, or if you start out as a single sim and progress. So like I said, there's wiggle room for that. I also had just purchased the Decor to the Max kit. I finally purchased it. That means I'm only missing one cast kit, and I think it's the Moonlight Chic. Don't quote me on the name. I'm terrible with names. I don't really like the cast kits that much, and that's not me determining whether or not they're worth your money or anything like that. I just don't really play in casts a ton, and there wasn't anything in that kit that I couldn't live without, so I haven't purchased it yet. I definitely will because I'm a collector, but it's just not something I've made a priority as of right now. So there's that little disclaimer. But anyway, I bought the Decor to the Max kit. I still don't love everything that's in it just because it's not my style, but there are a few pieces that I really, really, really enjoyed. The wallpaper, well, all of the wallpapers except for that animal print one. That one's not my favorite. I like the flooring, and I like some of the clutter items. Like the giraffes are cute, the little wall decoration, which we'll use most of it in the office. I think we use some in here as well. There are pieces, that's the moral of the story. There are pieces that I enjoy, so I used some of those here. So maybe this is like a Decor to the Max experiment, I suppose, although I don't use a ton of it. But it does show up. I also like the chair that came with it, but I don't like the couch. And that's just down to personal preference. Like I said, I don't think the objects are ugly. They're just not my style. Like, I would never purchase most of those items if I was decorating a space for myself and place it in my home. It just wouldn't be a thing. But that's just me. But we're working on the living room now. You saw the kitchen come together. It's relatively small but open. I really like it. It feels like it's massive even though it's tiny. There's a small dining area because I feel like whoever lives here probably has friends over every now and then. They feel like they're friendly, outgoing, probably extroverted in nature. And then we have a living room with lots of seating, so maybe she's hosting movie nights, things like that. I say she, could be he, it doesn't really matter. I just typically start with a female sim. But like I said, it does not matter. You could use either gender here. And I'm just adding some clutter to the living room to make it look lived in. I love that painting. I always forget how much I love it until I use it. And then these eco lifestyle curtains are just the best. You can't change my mind. This is that piece of wall clutter from Decor to the Max that I really love. I love the color swatches in it, and I didn't know that was in the kit, or I would have purchased it a long time ago. Because I love stuff like that. I love a good feature wall. I want one in my bedroom, like in real life, and I'm in the middle of like collecting things to make that happen. I'm a long way off just because I have a hard time envisioning things like that when they're not already together, but I think they're so fun. I think they're cool ways to show, the personality of who's living in that space. And yeah, I'm not going to ramble on about that. And then I also really like that rug, and I don't know if that rug came at Decor to the Max or Werewolves. I think that one's Decor to the Max. But that's the living space. I really, really liked that. I like when you open the door and you enter the apartment, it just feels really nice and light and bright. Even though it's kind of small, it doesn't feel like you're squeezed in. This bathroom ends up being the exact same as the master bathroom, and I can't remember if I show the master bathroom on camera or not, but they are the same. I decided since it's an apartment, it's most likely going to have the same fixtures and stuff like that. Any apartment that I've lived in that's had 2 bathrooms, which has been one, let's just be real, they have the exact same plumbing. The only differences were the shower curtains, and that's just because I was living in a 4-bedroom apartment with 4 bathrooms, and all of us had our own bathroom. So you have 4 people, that's 4 personalities. You're going to have 4 different, style choices. And then we're working on the hallway. It's kind of small, so I didn't do anything crazy. I decided to throw these trunks in here. I know it's technically a dresser. I'm going to hiccup. It's technically a dresser, but I decided it looked more like clutter, so I went with it. I didn't place anything on it. I didn't want to kind of ruin the elegance of the moment. And then we head into the office. Now, I use the Decor to the Max wallpaper here, and I know this room is more pink, and the rest of the apartment is more green. However, I'm justifying it because there is green in the wallpaper, like in the leaves and stuff, and this one looked better than the green swatch. The green swatch of this wallpaper looks blue to me. It may not be blue, but it looks blue. So I didn't like it. It felt like it didn't go, and so I went with this one. If you download this, you have this kit, and you prefer the other wallpaper as opposed to the pink one, feel free to make that change. You can also change the color of the desk. I just wanted to go with something that wasn't a wooden swatch, and I like that this one looks a little bit almost plasticky. Maybe it's metal. I don't really know what texture they were going for, but to me it looks like a plastic, and I enjoy it. I did decide to go with the green curtains in here. I wanted to pull the green out of the wallpaper, and I kind of just make this a little home office. Maybe she's a student. Maybe she just games on the weekend. I don't know. I don't know what they've got going on. There are a ton of mirrors in this build. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total, which is crazy because I don't know if there are even 6 rooms, but I could not be tamed and I regret nothing. We're going to throw a bookshelf on this wall, and that's pretty much it for the office. I don't do a ton of skill building items in this unit because it didn't feel necessary since I didn't really know what the sim was doing with their life, but there's definitely room to add things. Just depends on what kind of sim you have living here, so things can be swapped out. I felt like this looked really full, but it wasn't totally uncustomizable, if that's fair. So I do include the bathroom. Like I said, it's exactly the same. The only difference is this one's a little bit bigger because I thought I was going to add a bathtub. I didn't. Plot twist. But I do add a little table with a plant on it, I think. I think it's so funny that I always include like a plant in the bathroom because I don't ever do that in real life because it feels strange to do that. And I've had a plant in the house I'm in now, I think we had a couple of plants above the toilet, like on a shelf, and my roommate knocked it down and we just never replaced it because, again, I don't know, it feels weird to me. But that's the bathroom. And then we're going to head here into the master bedroom, or the only bedroom, really. And I like it. I don't know. Objectively, this might not be everyone's cup of tea, but this is a bedroom that I could see myself having. Now, I don't know if I would paint the walls this shade of green, but I definitely enjoy everything else. I like the mixture of industrial with that kind of cozy vibe. I like having different lamps. If it was my own, bedroom, I would have 2 different end tables because that's just the kind of person I am. But I really, really enjoy this space, and I don't go too crazy with clutter or decorations or things like that because it just didn't feel necessary because there's so much space for just this one sim to spread out in the entire apartment. The bedroom, I toned back to make it a little bit softer and a little bit more relaxing. But this is the end of the builds. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. As always, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below letting me know what you think. You can also subscribe if that's something that would spark joy for you. I will be posting the screenshots on Instagram if you want to hop over there and check those out. I will see you on Monday with my next video. And in the meantime, thank you for letting me ramble and listening. And I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Yesterday, your smile, your style so fly, my oh my. As time stood still, I got